Boop. Yep, changed shirts. It was way too freaking hot in the other one. Welcome back, bottom of the bounce. I don't know what number it is because I get confused because it's been like a week since I recorded. I don't know if you heard that. It was the ice maker. That was weird. So this is the follow-up to the other one where everything had come down to two job offers. And now I'm thirsty because I was so hot. So what I had to take into consideration was working a lot and working further. Not further than the last job, about the same distance most of the time. About the same distance away, but it just took the weekends away, and I was going to be working hours where I'm not home until like 7 at night, and potentially, and which is fine. You know, I'm not against that. I mean, you kind of sink into whatever schedule you have. And at the last job, I was working hours like that went all over the place anyhow. But the point was I was trying to fix those things, right? I was trying to make more money. I was trying to get back to my photography and my art because, dude, Flyhippie was dying a slow death because I had no time. You can't be gone over 12 hours a day and be caretaking and be working on bankruptcy and taxes and finding a job. And like, I couldn't fit everything in, and there was no time to call people. There was no time to do marketing. There was no time to do networking. I never saw people. And I was really trying. There just simply wasn't time. So the things that I literally had to write down, and I'm saying literally in the correct sense, literally I wrote them down and was like, I need to be closer to home. I have got to get some time back. I have no life being gone this long. Rich has no life with me being gone this long because I have the car. So on days that he doesn't have dialysis and he's not living in the car, he's stuck at home alone with no car all day. He can't just run an errand. He couldn't run to the grocery store. There was nothing he could do. Meet somebody for a drink, he can't. I mean, he can't drink, but you know what I'm saying. Tea, coffee, whatever. Meet somebody for a water. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But he couldn't do it. He didn't have transportation. A lot of times he didn't have the energy. And I was gone. There's nothing that he could get energy from because there's not even another person around. So he's watching TV. He's playing video games. His whole psyche was he's vibing low. I'm vibing low because I'm mad, and it was really hard. Ask me how much sage I have burned in this house in the past few days. A lot. Time to reset. Purging. A lot of this shit's gonna be gone. We are not, like, a whole studio moved in here and I haven't had time to do anything. He is too sick to do anything. Plus, it's my shit. He's not gonna touch it. I'd be mad at him. So, yeah. Purging, like, we're like a little flower after winter where we're starting to wake up, right? Because I have to make more money. The only way I'm gonna do that, and let me tell you one thing that I definitely saw interviewing for jobs. There are things I want to change. I speak Spanish, but I need to get better and more confident and more comfortable. I need to finish my degree. Those things, just in case I have to look for a job again, but I think they'll help anyhow. I just want those things. It'll happen. Not today, but it'll happen. The things I wanted to fix with how life has been, I want any sort of a life, be it a lunch hour, be it not the 2 hours stuck in the car. If you gave me a lunch and took away those 2 hours, that is 3 hours a day at least. That's if there's no wrecks and we're not having to get there at 8 and all of that. It is at least 3 hours a day I get back, just if it's close, right? So when I was looking at the jobs, it potentially could have made really good money, but in the least, it would have been a little bit more money. but none of the other stuff was fixed. I knew at this point to really make any money again is I've got to start my business back up. That's how I make my money. That's what I'm good at. That's what I do. That's what I'm happy at. So I wasn't excited. Like none of the one job excited me. What I could see is resenting that next job because I'm working 10 to 6 and I don't even have a weekend, and Rich is alone again, and Rich is driving me all over hell and back again, and I'm just chasing those dollars again. And to a degree, I get that that's what I'm doing. But to a degree, I don't want that to be my life. It's what I'm trying to fix. So I know I've got to get back to photography in some capacity. So there was that. Ultimately, it's why I didn't choose that job. I will tell you, I chose the one that makes about the same amount of money, but gives me a life back. And, I'll be working in one place that is across the street from Rich's dialysis. And in a month, I actually will move to a different place where I'm working 5 minutes from my house. So honest to goodness, on the days that the schedules are weird and you know what, it's nothing's perfect. I'm really excited about this job, especially after hearing more about the company. I feel like the company is really great and I'm really excited to do it. There's still going to be some funky hours. You know, it's still a retail situation. There's going to be some funky hours. I know that, but there's funky hours not an hour away from home. So if I'm working late, you know what, I'm home 5 minutes after that. I'm not, for the first month, I'm 30 minutes away. That's still half as far as what I'm used to. So even the hard month I'm happy with it. I'm actually happy with it. So, I chose that one. And then came the layer of I had to quit my job that I had for 11 months. And I will tell you, the company itself, if you're a customer, is where you want to go. They take care of their customers. The company itself as an employee, no. The people I worked with, gold. And that was the hard part because I had to say goodbye to the people that I worked with. And so that was hard, and they were all so kind. You know what? This is why I have to leave. It's too far. It's too hard. It's too hard on Rich. I have got to have more time to work on my photography. I've got to be able to work on art. There's a series that I started working on with painting called My Grouchy Bitches. And so everybody at work laughed that, yes, I needed to get back. I needed to create my Grouchy Bitches. They're excited to see the Grouchy Bitches, and they laugh about that. And I love that. So I will be continuing those. I actually have another one started right now. So yeah, they understood. And actually even one of my friends at work was like, not only do I understand everything that you're saying, I think everything you're saying is the right decision. It's the best thing for you. It's the best thing for Rich. He's got to have this. He can't be alone all the time. He can't be in the car all the time. Life is hard enough on him, fighting for his life and waiting for a kidney and going through dialysis, that we didn't need to keep adding on to it, right? So I did quit my job, and I quit it 2 days ago. So it's new. Yesterday was my day off anyway. So today is the first day that feels like, what am I doing? By the same token, Rich went to dialysis. I don't even know what's happening right now. I can get so much done. So that's what I'm going to get done. I am actually spending today, I am working on the Grouchy Bitches, on one more bitch. I will show them to you when I kind of have a series of them. But Grouchy Bitches are happening. I am purging in the house. I'm organizing. I know that this place has got to be a portrait studio because that's what's happening. I have some phenomenal ideas. I took yesterday and this morning and just kind of, what am I going to create? What am I going to do? And I have a really great idea, a portrait idea that I want to do. And, it's just a matter of getting people in here and letting them know that I'm here. And I'm okay with that. I have thought of some networking things that I can do now that I have time. I want to be really intentional. Strong water. Can't speak. I'm kidding. I do want to be very intentional that I don't squander this time. I have a new appreciation for time, right? Because it wasn't always the lack of money that I was hugely frustrated over. Although it was cyclical, because since I didn't have time, I couldn't make money to help pay the bills. And then I'm stressed out because I need the time now to make the money to pay the bill. It was so frustrating. It wasn't enough money. It was too far away. I loved the people I worked with. I'm going to keep them as friends. I left little notes all over the store. And they've been finding them like a little treasure hunt, telling them I missed them. So I'm either the herpes of the shop because I'm what they can't get rid of, or I'm just this charming little thing that already left. Do not answer that in the comments. I don't even want to know which one you think I am. However, I have a new job, guys. And I'm so excited about it. It just sounds like the loveliest company in general. It just sounds like a really lovely company. I have my schedule for the next 3 weeks, which I've never had that much heads up of what's going on. And so I have it written down. There's going to be some times that are a little bit tricky with dialysis. I'm not going to lie. We already see them where it's like, okay. But you know what? They're tricky in the sense that I'm across the street from dialysis. So, you know what? One of us or both of us might have to wait in the car for an hour. I think an hour looks like the trickiest one, because that's going to be a wait that we're not going to drive home and drive back for, because it's 30 minutes away. You just touch and then go back, and that would be a waste of gas. But an hour is kind of nothing, right? Compared to what Rich has been doing. And you know what? This time it's not always going to be Rich waiting. It might be me waiting. There's one where he has dialysis at in the morning, and I start work, it's an hour and a half, 2 hours later. And then, of course, everything kind of shifts, right? So I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I go into work. And then he's going to have to wait before I get off work. But it's really an hour and a half or something. I have a big break room at work. I've already seen it. And I can paint for an hour and a half. I can sit outside and paint for an hour and a half. Whatever. He can do whatever he wants to do for an hour and a half. It's not that big of a deal. So the waiting time, I've even looked into it. I think on a pretty day, I could just walk from dialysis to work, or from work to dialysis, and he didn't even have to drive and get me. Or we can just take the car to dialysis and I can walk over, so he has it afterwards. We'll have to figure all that out, but what an easy thing to figure out. It's a gift. So I'm excited. I have a few days before I start, and that's okay. I actually am going to just try to get the house in order, get my marketing in order, and really start hitting it with Flyhippie stuff, because I'm so ready to photograph again. I am so ready to make art again. I am so ready to put, portraits on people's walls again. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I feel like part of me is sad because I'm going to miss, it's FOMO. I'm going to miss my friends at work, but I won't miss just chugging for straight commission while having to do stuff that basically you just don't get paid for because it's straight commission. And, that's kind of, I won't miss that. I won't miss not making enough money, although this one, I know exactly what I'm getting into. I understand that. And I know that the money is going to have to come from my push for my own business and me creating art and me really working it. And I fully understand that. And I don't think it's going to be super easy, but I also know that I'm here for it and I'm ready to do it. The other thing is I'm ready to wake up and meditate and work out and get back in shape. I gained over 10 pounds at the last job, and I don't even know how it happened because you're never sitting and you're lifting and you're carrying and you're walking. And I think honestly it was a little just kind of stress weight or whatever. And I'm sick of being this weight. I've been this weight for far too long and I'm ready to get back to normal. And I feel like right now, although nothing has happened, that I'm headed towards the gold at the end of the tunnel, because not the light, but the gold. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited. So this is part of the bottom of the bounce where we did get to bounce a little bit up. Nothing's fixed yet. There's still some things going on, but you know what? We're bouncing. Like, that's part of the thing, is we're bouncing. I have a new job. I have a new job that is going to allow me some time because it is near, and I can photograph again. So just get ready. Like, maybe I'll share some of them on here, because that's going to be part of my bounce back, is bouncing back into my own self, right? Because I'm really ready for that. I'm really, really ready for that. So I'll shut up because it's been like 17 minutes, but this is the exciting one. And I might even record one more just because I have some thoughts. We'll see. Boop.